With him, Mace, JD Kid, Styles P, and they just going in. They going in.
Welcome to Message Reveal. Message Reveal identifies a vibe, a message, or a story told through lyrics of a song. And you guys, if you rock with me every week, you know what I do and how I do it. I tell you about our special guests. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button and come and check us out and see what we're talking about each week. Now, let's get back to business. I can't wait to tell you about our guests. We have a special guest. Well, all my guests are special. But let me tell you a few things about this special guest. One, he's a photographer. Yes, we can't wait to find out the little bits that goes with that. Number two, he's a screenwriter. And last but definitely not least, he's a film director. You guys, please put your hands together and welcome my friend from Cino Productions, Mr. Tarrell DeLoach. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Welcome to be here. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I tell all my guests, if you took time out of your Friday to come rock with me, I appreciate you. So, what's going on in your world, sir?
Man, what ain't going on? New year, new energies, new projects, new visions. Still tightening up the last visions too, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just, maintaining.
Awesome. So, we're just going to jump in with you being as I mentioned before, a screenwriter. Let's talk about you being a screenwriter. And let me get this right. I think you also had something that you just recently did regarding Not My Wife. Am I saying the right name? What was the name of it?
It was titled That's My Wife. It's a
Yes,
micro drama series. It's basically a micro drama series. At first, it was going to be like a short film. Over time, you looking at it or along the production, we start changing the vibe. Maybe it's not a short film. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. So at the end of the day, we tightened up and got it a micro drama.
Nice. So tell me the impetus for this. What made you say, okay, we're going to do this? What sparked your energy to set it into that?
So not this last summer, but the summer before that, I kind of just sat in my room and really like dialed in. I got a bunch of ideas. So I said, you know what? I gotta start implementing them. I can't just be creating stuff and not doing nothing and doing nothing. Plus, I'm going over to develop. So I'm a brand developer and a creator too for other brands. So me working on their visions and stuff, I'm implementing some of my ideas and their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm like, dang, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm proud of what we did, but I want to see the full vision come to life. Now, Hollywood don't be knocking on doors saying, hey man, I got some money for you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I sat in the room, wasn't really planned on doing this first. Well, this wasn't the first one. The first one was my animation. I got an animation series called The Carpet Man. It's a satire comedy based around my upbringing and what's going on in the world today. You feel me? So you might see some entertainment stuff we laughing at, making fun of, but it's in the neighborhood of where I grew up at my granny's house. You feel me? On Slauson and 63rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope. It's gonna be coming to a platform sooner than later, but it's on YouTube. A couple episodes right now. It's on YouTube.
And you'll be able, at the end, you'll be able to give us the information so they can definitely check it out, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Website, the whole nine. I'll give you everything. And then, so with that, I kind of wrote that out first. Then in the midst of that, I was letting it get on autopilot for a little minute. I'm like, okay, it's rolling. Got the squad over there just to find animators and stuff like that. And it's a 2D animation, so we got to hand draw everything. So they say, now this is some, hey, I want y'all to tune in what I'm about to say. So they say for 30 seconds, it costs 7,500 for 30 seconds. I got a full season. I
What?
spent my life savings. I just want y'all to know that's just one project. Then my other project, the wife that you talking about, is called That's My Wife. We shot for a whole year. I'm investing in that. Me and my squad, we investing. We putting our money up. We ain't talking about it. We doing it. You know what I'm saying? So we wrote it out. And I'm not one of those directors that's like, oh, you gotta word the word. It gotta be like this. It gotta be mechanical. Nah, we gonna vibe. I flew my actors in from Atlanta. We got New York. We got St. Louis, Texas, Cali, Vegas, of course. Locations costs and stuff like that, and wardrobe. Got to make sure everybody eating and everything. So yeah, I wanted to make sure we had a good, solid, safe environment so we can create. Some were new in the business, some been in the business, some been in the business and ain't got nothing going on. You feel me? Because the Hollywood just the way it is. So I'm saying, hey, this is the opportunity for all of us to grow, all of us to get our resume up, and all of us to show something that we can do. What that we talk, we telling people we can do. Let's show them. You feel me? So in the series, it's so crazy that because somebody asked me, came up to me not too long ago, and was like, "Man, I heard you were shooting a porno." Right, right. And I said, who told you that? Because the title sounds enticing, right? On that type of time. Plus some of the clips, I said, bro, I don't know what you. I'm glad it's got your hook like that, but that ain't what it's about. It's nothing about none of that. Come
Okay.
vibe and come rock. And this is like our, I ain't gonna say our superstar for the show, but it was one of our talents that was gonna be on the show. He like, man, this goes against my image. I said, bro, this goes with your image if you really dial in and understand what's going on. You just looking at one small aspect that wasn't even what, and you was wrong on that. Not a problem. But come just in, come enjoy us and see for yourself. Don't let people tell you some things and throw you off your game. I actually reached out for you to be here on purpose because I know it's
Mm.
gonna fit your algorithm.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Did did he support you after that
Oh
conversation?
yeah, what? Oh yeah, he showed up. He was giving me the call before he was supposed to be on set when we flying people in town and all this shit. I mean stuff. My
No,
bad.
you're fine. This is adult. No, no, no. Your adult conversation. I want you to be you. But
Mm,
no, I get it. So prior to you
yeah,
beginning, he's calling to tell you what he thought or what he assumed it was,
right. What he
correct?
perceived from what the social and other people around town is saying. I'm glad y'all talking behind my back, but man, get the facts straight. That's all
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying. So I
Mm-hmm.
love that y'all are intrigued. I'm glad that y'all are inquiring and asking other people about it. But come ask the source.
There you go.
All I'm
There.
saying. I know I'm a first time director in y'all eyes. I know I'm a first time this and that. But guess what? You a first time actor. You a first time talent. You a first. So we all got to get pop our cherry one day. So this is how we gonna do it. Don't get caught up in the. It's got to be the Hollywood way. No,
Yeah.
bro. Let's get over here and just start chemistry first. Then we can start figuring out the rest. This ain't no Diddy party. This ain't none of that.
Thank you. You know what? I have to say this. I love that you are creating your own path. And the reason why I say that, you said Hollywood is not knocking on your door, and it's not. And I don't think in the past it was. It was that we were putting out great stuff, and they go, oh, people are paying attention. Let me get
Mhm.
on it. And then that's what is happening. So
Right.
I think your route and how you're pursuing this is the best way to go. You're putting your money, your time, and your energy together to show what you can do. And I think that's a wonderful way because the reality is things are changing in Hollywood. I can't give you the details, but you can see it.
Yeah.
So guess what? When things are changing, now it's a new avenue, a new wave, and I believe you are part of this new wave along with many others saying, look, I have ideas, I have perspective. Let me put this on the big screen.
Mm-hmm. No, for real. And the crazy part, the feedback what I got, well, just from just jumping off the porch was all like kudos. And I wasn't expecting like not saying I wasn't expecting it, just not so soon when we ain't even roll it out yet for real. So the fact that people just read it, like my boy, I had my main actor, he live in Atlanta. Before we talked about this for 2 years, this idea before we even wrote it. We talked
Wow.
about. I said this script is yours. I'm writing it based off of you. You feel me? Same with some other people I handpicked. I'm using some real life scenarios mixed with, you know, some extras, fantasy and like, just a little this, a little that to juice it up. But this happens daily in real life. You feel me? So the main character's name is Mike. He a lawyer, celebrity client lawyer. Basically he do entertainment law. So his whole thing is he's super powerful in his role. You ever seen this show called Scandal?
Yes.
You see Olivia Pope. She's no other person in that genre can do Olivia Pope. She gets to break the rules and get away with it. But her real life is in shambles,
Yes.
right? So the same thing as the male POV though. So
Mm,
he's that type of vibe, but he's a male. He got a trophy wife. Boom, boom, boom. The wife and the husband having the same dream. One's a nightmare, and one's a fantasy. And you don't know what's happening for real or not. And the only way you gonna pay, you got to be paying attention, because this one character, he's in both dreams, he's in both sequences, but he go by a different name. He go by his nickname in the streets, which is JT, and at work he go by Jason Tatum, which is his business name. You feel me? His real
mm,
name.
mm.
So the husband knows him as Jason because he's his intern, but the wife knows him as JT because she met him out and about. You feel me? So in the dream, you don't know what's happening, and you like, there's no way he just shook this man's hand or he just talking. You're not gonna get it unless it's gonna draw you in, but when it draw you in, you like one of those. You feel me? So it's like, yeah.
I love that. I love that you put the creative spin on it and you're really thinking about it. And one thing that I must point out, and I think it's so valid for us to have this conversation at this current time,
Yeah.
that you said 2 years ago, um, before I started my podcast, it was like years ago, I was just writing down the ideas. I think in this instant gratification world, we think we got to have things right now. It takes time to develop, it takes time to be creative, and you got to live a little bit more life. And as you live, you go, oh, that's dope. I'm going to put that in there. Would you agree with that?
Oh man, for sure. And that's why I don't even direct the way where it got to be boom, 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 because life might change and the scenario might change. So like when I'm having actors, I'm setting a scenario. I got some script. I got the script too, but the scenario is really the main script that you need to focus on. So it was a clip the other day. My boy that was on one of the characters, he posted a clip of him playing with the lines, just being funny. But if you know our style, you would know, man, we're gonna throw that soon we say action, throw that script out the way. And I seen an interview the other day where they said Ice Cube, that's how he directs. You feel me?
Mm,
I said, oh yeah. Well, Master P, all of these, I ain't gonna say underground, but cats that, put their money where their mouth is, and they say, man, I got a vision. It might not be perfect right now, but let's just get it down. And then the people gonna come around that's gonna make it better. You feel me? But they was the original Tubi, they was the original this, they was the original that. So I don't see why most people ain't following that blueprint, because when we look at our Rolodex, when we want to pull up something from our, let's just say our childhood or whatever, or we want to watch something, we typically go back to these type of times anyway, where it was something that was relatable to your family dynamic. With,
yes.
you know what I'm saying? So my next script is called A Night at My Cousin's House. That's gonna be, I gotta, it's,
Ooh,
but that's gonna be the black family comedy. It's gonna bring families back together. It's gonna bring comedy back together, and it's the black style of comedy. You feel me? So it's gonna be a mix between house party with the lessons in there, mixed with the the fun entertainment. It's gonna be the house part. I mean, the Friday type of vibe. You feel me? It's gonna be a good mix. But the lighting. Let's just look at if we gonna grade it. The lighting wasn't perfect. The sound wasn't perfect. All of the color grade, all that, not a problem. But it was genuine.
yes.
The lesson was more important. And it wasn't saying suit and tie, listen to me.
Yes.
It was letting it roll out. And then you see why that was a lesson. Because at the end of the house party, you always knew kid had a mission at the end of the day. You
Yeah.
feel
I think
so?
it's overall it's the human connection, and I think right now in this AI driven world, anything that can be produced on a frequency that say I see you, you see me, we're both human and we're producing, that stands out so much better than everybody. I got the eye like this and I'm perfect like this and I'm perfect. We don't want to see that no more. We want to see the real. And I think that's the thing that it will get the most attention from my perspective.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, 1,000%.
So let's do this. You know, I love music. Music has turned me all the way out in a great way.
Oh, man.
So
Me too.
I say I say all of that to say, can you identify a song that has provided lessons, blessings, or distractions? Now, before you answer, there's a couple of rules to this, okay?
Okay. I got rules. Okay, you know. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, if you can sing, sir, I want you to sing your throat box out.
I just play.
There you go. Clear that throat. But if you can rap, I need you to come hard in the paint. I need you to do it
You need me
like
to
they do
rap?
it.
You need me to rap? Let me see. Okay.
But one last thing, if you cannot do either or, I want you to tell me the lyrics. I want you to tell me the lyrics from your heart, passion. You know when they say in the street, stand 10 toes down? I
Yeah.
need to be able to feel it. So I'll go back to the original question.
Okay.
Can you identify a song that either provide lessons, blessings, or distraction?
A lesson. I'm not gonna sing this song because it's a female song. But my mama played this every day, all day. 2 songs, and these classics. MJB. I know you know who that is. Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not gonna sing Mary J. because she talking about the fellas. You feel me? But it's all good. I still love
So
it.
what's the name of the song?
So the song was "I'm Not Gonna Cry No More." Right.
Mmm.
Now at the time I'm a young kid. I don't know what was really going on. I just like, yeah, she playing it. I'm vibing. You feel me? Boom, boom, boom. But I'm singing this at my heart. I was a little kid in the back of the seat. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. All that. You feel me? But I ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? And it was another song she used to play too. All I Need with Method Man. Mary,
Mmm.
yeah, All I Need.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought
Yes.
those 2 songs growing up in my life, I think they was more of a lesson. Um and I guess a distraction from what's really going on. It was distracted. I ain't know because I didn't know the lyrics. You know, I really didn't understand what's going on. So I think it was more of like a distraction for me, like to tune out the world. You know.
So let's go back to Mary J. Blige song where you say I'm not gonna cry. That's
Yeah.
definitely an anthem. I'll say for women, like, okay, we done did all of this. I'm not gonna cry no more. That means I'm done crying. I'm getting ready to rule the world again. Okay, like you done took me through this, but I'm okay. What or when did you recognize that that song was more of an anthem to uplift you, even though it was talking about crying?
So growing up in Cali, so you really can't cry as a boy for sure. You really can't cry. So that right there kind of motivated me. Like, man, let me hide my tears. So, boom. Then I started, started dating, going outside. Boom, boom, boom. So now I started to understand what's really what they talking about and what you go through and whatnot. So, on both parties, we need to grow up. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely seen and noticed, like, dang. But then that other song resonated where it's like, you all I need. So that's where it's like they kind of go hand in hand. Yeah, you gotta go through some triumph, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, but then when you put it together, it's like, oh, it's gumbo.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Come on now, gumbo. Is that from your you did mention your family is from Louisiana, so is that some of your roots where that's what it is? Louisiana and a lot of other places, we mix stuff together to become some good gumbo. So you feel like those 2 songs was gumbo for you?
Yeah, it was some other songs too, but those for sure, like just come to my mind off rip. Like those are my first 2 for sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's flip the tables and let's talk about. I thought this was pretty dope. I saw it. It's called Wild Card Wednesday. Let's talk about that. I think that's pretty dope. It's 45 minutes. Give me some details with that. I like how you put it out there. And yes, and you said for anything, as long as you can vibe with it and work with it. So talk about the first, what made you come up with Wild Card Wednesday, and 2, give my audience the background of what it is.
Okay, so Wild Card Wednesdays is something I came up with. Basically, I want to get back with the community more, you know what I'm saying? Get off my little island. I want to touch the soil a little bit. Hey, the people here, woo, woo, woo. The best way to do that is to showcase what I got going on. So I feel like every Wednesday you get to see me at a discounted rate. Not a problem. You know, everybody got finances. You feel me? I got bills due every 30 days. So I understand, you know.
That part.
Feel me? But if you really believe in your craft and what you got going on, your service or your product or whatever, you need to highlight that in quality and fashion, right? So for me, I want to be able to help you be outside, be seen properly, taken serious, all of the things that you see about yourself that nobody else ain't really recognized. Let me recognize it And, you know what I'm saying? So that's really where it came out with, where I came up with it. And it wasn't like a super drawn out, like I took 10 years to think about this. No, it took me like a couple of hours. We just sat there. Was It was gonna be on Fridays, but I said, dang, Friday kind of hard day.
Phew.
Everybody, competing with Chris Browns and the Dreas and all that. Hey man, y'all save me y'all money for this. Okay, go ahead. Thing, you feel me? But I feel like Monday you kind of depleted from the weekend. I think your re-up would be on the Wednesday or that Thursday. So I was kind of going back and forth the Thursday or the Wednesday. And then I said, you know what? Wednesday probably more feasible because there's less things going on. So you have more time to do what you got to do. So headshots, photo shoots. Let me see. I did a headshot the other day on Wednesday. I got to do a sporting event, 2 soccer games, 2 basketball games, and a football game. Right. Then somebody got an event they just hired me for. So it's like, different things. So my whole thing was somebody commented being funny as my homie. He being funny. He was like, "You'll shoot anything." I was saying, I'm like, bro, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad he did ask me in the public eye.
Yeah.
Because that's what they probably saying in the DMs or to their friends. Or I don't know, he might not. I don't know if he's into this community or that community. I was, how it go. But I just want to throw it out there. I was open to all parties. But if I'm not comfortable, if it's on some Diddy type of time, no shade to Diddy or anybody else like that. I just don't rock with that. That go
Let me
against
say
my.
let me say this. I'm glad you set your standard. And I'm glad you said that because you will have people that will think, okay, we're going to do something. And it may not be the atmosphere you need to be in that's good for your mind, body, or soul. So it's nothing
I've
wrong
had
with.
incidents that happen like that. You feel me? So I ain't got no documentary or nothing. You feel me? but but no, I had a client, and this is a celebrity in the fitness world that travels the nation with all the celebrities, whoop de whoop, and they run their fitness class. And this was my first time experiencing something like this, and thank God I didn't react the way in my mind raged. Like, thank God I had poise, but I did. When I left, I didn't have poise. But in
Mm,
the midst of that, I hadn't. I was like, bro, I just drew a blank, like kind of like, bro, how dare you? You lucky I don't. You know what I'm saying? But thank God I didn't do it. It would have been a hate crime and all this.
yes.
So
Yes.
they flew me out to Atlanta. I went to college out in Atlanta, so it ain't no thing that I was in Atlanta. I was out there for 8 going on 9 years. So when I was out there, I met him. I used to be a member of the class, but then they found out my ex at the time was super cool with him, and she was bragging about how dope I was on the camera skills. She was like, "Man, you need to capture this." So, but he never booked me when I lived there. Right. But I didn't think nothing of it because I didn't really. There's nothing wrong with any community. I just,
Correct.
I just don't think I need to be hanging with any community. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't
Correct.
fine. So that's really where I was at with it. So when I moved to Vegas, he flew me back. Right? He cashed out, paid the fee, never questioned nothing. Boom, boom, boom. I get to the thing and so he's had one time set at the studio. When I get off the plane, I get a message because I'm on the plane. I can't get no messages. So when I get off the plane, he say, "Oh, something happened at the studio. Can we push it back till it was supposed to be during the day? 1 p.m.
Hmm.
We pushed it till 10 p.m. and at a new location. Right now, my antenna still ain't. My antenna's there, but not there because I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
he ain't that type of person to try my life like that. Now, I'm not the most scariest guy, none of that. I'm not no tough guy, so I'm gonna just start there. But I can hold my own. You feel me? So don't just try it. Um, so while I'm there, I called my best friend at the time. Well, he's still my best friend, but at that time he dropped me off over there. But before I was getting over there, I got the message. We just started riding around, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Until it was time to go back over there. Now, when he dropped me off over there, it ain't been 10 minutes. I said, bro, if you don't turn around, come get me.
Come on, discernment.
You feel me? Because when I walk in the crib, now you can cut this if you don't. I'm not
No,
tripping.
we telling it all because this is a lesson in the story that you're telling for anybody, whether they're young, old, or in between, to go with your intuition. When you see something that's not quite right,
Yeah, no facts for sure, for sure, for sure. So, um, it already was kind of sketch where the address was, but it was a fly spot though. So I'm like, hmm, I could see what he's explaining and visualizing because he had a whole storyboard of why we at this new location.
yeah.
It did fit. So he was good on that. You feel me? So I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. So I get my boy drop me off. He buzzed me in the gate. Boom. It's like these fly penthouses and whatnot. Ooh, downtown. So I go up. Now he don't greet me at the door. The door is already open, right? And there's candles everywhere.
Okay, you about to make me
Man,
listen.
listen, I almost
I know what you.
you feel me?
Okay, because I'm
You
trying to be professional,
I'm
but
trying to be professional too without you know what I mean?
I'm.
But hey, that's what it is. So in the midst of that, so it already alerted that, LA. Boom. I'm already alert on that. Boom. I said, hey, so I'm from the door. I never go in. From the door, hey, why is it dark? Where you at? You feel me? He said, oh, I'm in the back. The lights just went out. I'm trying to flip the generator. I'm trying to figure out. That's why he already had it. This nigga planned this. I mean, this brother planned this. This demon planned this. Okay. So it's 11:11. Hey, okay. So I'm supposed to be telling this story. So, and this is before COVID. It's like 2017. It's like 2017. So from the door, I'm like, okay, but I still stand by. So now I finally come in, but I stand by the door. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just wait till you. He's like, oh, we gonna be set. You can just start setting up while I'm figuring it out. Whoop-de whoop. You can start setting up. Now I never set up. I never set up. My antennas was to go see what was going on.
Okay.
Now, typically, black folks don't go towards danger. This was that Caucasian side that kicked us. Hey, uh, the Creole that kicked in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, I go creep around. I'm still cautious, so I creep around. Now he got this. I can't even imagine how big the TV was, but it was big enough for me to be like, "Whoa, what he got on the screen?" There's some uncomfortable things I don't want to be seeing. I don't want to see Brokeback Mountain. I don't want to see that type of vibe, but it was on the X-rated vibe. You feel me? So I look around the corner. It's on the wall, and then I see Buddy in the bed. He
Oh,
going ham.
he set you up.
Man, listen. And I was out of there in zero. I'm livid though. I'm causing a scene in the street. Thank God I didn't do it in the crib.
Of course.
You feel me? So I call my boy, nigga, get in here right now. You feel me? I ain't no turn around now. You feel me? Boom. He whip up. He don't. I'm walking down the street, and this is the neighborhood you're not supposed to be walking down the street, especially if it's
Mm.
and with equipment on, whoop de whoop. But I'm turned up. So my boy, he driving, trying to find me. Woo woo, he find me. We go to this gas station. I'm telling him what happened. Well, and I got on FaceTime with my shorty at the time. So I'm telling her what happened. She like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Now in the midst of that, he pulled over to the gas station.
Wait. The guy?
No, my partner.
Oh, okay.
When he picked me up, but it's about to turn into some, you feel me? But I, so my boy take me to he go to the nearest gas station that was down the street from the house, that new crib or whatever. Whip and dip. He take me straight to the airport.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my boom. Then when I get to the airport, I get a message from who? The original dude that got me irate in the first place. Please don't tell no one. I never do this. Blase, the whole.
But if you believe that, you're a fool. Because
I
that
didn't.
was too scripted.
I didn't believe none of that. I still got the messages. Whoopty whoop. So if anybody want to prove and not fact check, hey man, this is the proof right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so um with that, but I never talked to the dude again, whoopty whoop, but he travels. So when he comes to the West Coast, I might get a random message. Not from him from that account. He got numerous accounts. I ain't blocking every man, dude. And you ain't that serious in my life, bro. You feel me? But it'll come from a different account of his, and it'd be like, hey, I'm in town, or I'm in the neighboring town or whatever. Would love to have you come out. As if you don't remember what happened.
See, this is a great conversation, and I'm glad you were honest from all levels, from how he changed the time frame, from the location. All of this is predator behavior. And this behavior can affect men and women. A lot of times women are telling these stories because men choose not to tell these stories.
Oh man.
But this was so important for you, integrity wise, to say, listen, I could be put in that situation just like a woman can, because a predator is a predator. And what he thought, because you gave him the money up front, or excuse me, he provided the money up front, he flew you in. He probably thought once you got in there, and some people have gotten there and just
They
got
froze.
scared and they
Right.
froze and they were violated. You being a Leo, you like, hell no, this is not going down. But this is a great conversation, because anytime I want people to learn. So just so you know, I have an invisible pew. This is an invisible pew. You can't see them, I can't see them. But what we're doing, we're talking to somebody for now, in the future, or even 5 years from now, to let them know that, one, you got to work with that internal compass. That internal compass is like, wait a minute, as you go, something ain't right. Something don't seem right. And you kept going, and then you realized that it wasn't right. And instead of you fighting with this man, you exit and you left, because at the end of the day, your life could have been lost. What if he had a gun and you got upset and you whooped his butt? So at the end of the day, this is a lesson for all, not some, that you have to watch out for the predator behavior. Because I've been in a situation not like that, but it was, the basis was for business, and it was something totally different. And we have to show our children, as well as everybody else, that this is not okay. You got to pay attention. All money or all services is not for what they actually is seeking. So I didn't mean to go into details, but you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I was letting you get it off too, because the fact that we can talk about it, you feel me, without being interrupted, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? But
No.
most people be dismissive or like it didn't happen that way. You know what I mean? Or whatever. They try to downplay it. You just think because you fine. Now they do that to ugly people too. Okay, okay.
From my place of business, I won't go into detail, but I work for local government, and we have a class that we go through, and it's called grooming. And that's the behavior they do to children, but it also applies to adults. And you
Mm-hmm.
just kind of mapped it out. And it always gets to the point where you're like, you lay back, you think you're doing the service or doing what needs to be done, and they put a quick trick and they want to see how you're going to react. So
Yeah,
this is for the other side of the game, to please be aware in situations like this. So I applaud you for telling your story,
appreciate that.
and you
I
didn't
ain't really
use no.
told nobody. My mama don't even know, so that's crazy.
Oh wow. Well, we didn't use no names.
Yeah, yeah,
You
no, it's
know.
good, it's good, it's good. She ain't gonna, but I'm just saying, like, I don't really walk around like you say. Most men don't speak up on it. There's probably 5 people that know. 3 of them was there that day. You feel me?
Well, now the world is gonna
Right, right.
know, in a way, to understand that this is not cool, and be aware.
Yeah,
Period.
and I don't know if you remember earlier, and I said I like my sets to be in a safe environment, it's vibe, whoop de whoop energy, all of that. Why it's handpicked on purpose because I want that, and not just on that regard, but then we got a certain scene where it does get a little intimate. You know what I'm saying? Now it's real brief, but I don't want no blurred lines, none of that. You feel me? I want the young lady to feel comfortable. I want the young gentleman to feel comfortable. I want everybody around to feel comfortable. I don't want it to feel awkward that we doing this. And we are clothed too, so it don't matter. But the intention, I want it to be pure, natural, genuine, and a safe space so we can create. You
I
feel me?
love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
that's
And
all.
one little nugget also that was a really aha moment when you were talking, when you said these very words, the whole entire time you've been in Atlanta, he never reached out. He waited until you got to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Aha,
Mm-hmm.
aha. You were safe. You're no longer there. So, he probably been eyeing you or hearing about you. But your girls is like, oh, here he is. Here's his work, and he been playing and committed to doing what he wanted to do. So, um,
And this is a little add on to what you said, because I'm glad you said that. It just added to what I just heard. So while I was there in Atlanta the whole time, we going to the class, and the class is fun now. It is good workout, everything. He is good what he do. But most, I don't know about all women, but when a guy says, "Hey man, I think this guy's saying some funny stuff," or intentions is wrong. Now because he ain't the normal type of guy. I might be wording that wrong too, but they gonna like, man, you think everybody on you? Then well, how did I get in this scenario?
okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So I already pre-said something, but she tied it down. But I'm like, maybe I'm just, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying?
No,
But then it confirmed when it happened. You feel me? I'm like, man, I wasn't tripping. You feel me? And I told you about it, and I was like, man, I think, but y'all keep keying because y'all,
well, see, here's the thing. They have a day-to-day or a week-to-week relationship, so he didn't already woo her. That's just like a
right,
predator coming in to woo the parent. The mom like, oh, he's cool, he's cool. Now, it's a different scenario for the target.
right,
And that's what people don't realize. So what you said, you were picking up on your Leo intentions like
Anna,
something ain't right.
yeah, mm-hmm,
Two different scenarios because a predator is a chameleon. They can be who you need to see and who that person needs to see. So when it happens, they go, well, I never thought. But if they sit quiet enough, be like, it was that one time when they did, and I thought it was kind of odd. But because they're flashy and they know how to woo people, you don't
mm-hmm.
pay attention.
No, facts for sure. And go with your gut, man. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You,
That part.
you trust yourself, you know what I'm saying? You verify.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um for sure. But yeah, back to the wild card Wednesdays. So every Wednesday it's a 45-minute session. I don't care what it is, if I'm comfortable. Um Concert, menus, chefs, food, product, service, whatever, family photos, whatever. I'm cool with it. 45 minutes, we can do whatever. You don't get if you do the photo shoot, you don't get 5 edits, 3 day turnaround time. You don't get a digital gallery, everything. Will then if you do the video shoot, it'll be basically a 5 day turnaround time, and whatever in that 45 minutes. Hey man, your rap song only 3 minutes, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Nice.
7 songs. Come on, man. Let's get it. Hey, but yeah, we can do an interview, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the same decorum, quality, style, experience as if you was paying a regular. You feel me? No different. I'm gonna treat you the same. So that's where I really came up with, just to be, more accessible to the people. Um, and then should just give me the practice more. I get quality reps. You feel me? With dope
Yes.
individuals. You feel me? So
I love that. I love that. I think that's dope. We're going to remind them at the end of
okay.
this interview about it and all your information. But I want to go down memory lane. I want you to relax and think about your childhood. And the reason why I'm asking that, we're going to talk about music again in the sense of you purchasing your first artist, album, whatever, and you did it on your own. Nobody had the opportunity to influence you. You just like, I love this. I know what I'm getting. Can't nobody tell me nothing. This is what I want to purchase. Can you identify an artist or a song?
Yeah, I'm gonna identify two artists.
Okay.
So DMX, growing up, I thought he was my dad. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. His music got me through some things. I really felt like them. The reason why I bark to ladies and whatnot, why I even like dogs and everything, it ain't cause of anybody else but this man. You feel me? His aura, his energy. I felt like I was a version of him. But thank God, life. I changed my life a little bit. Whoopty whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Yeah, but I was definitely going through that lifestyle where it was me and the dog versus the world. You feel me? I sleep outside. Long if I got my dog, I eat out, whatever. I was willing to do that with the dog. Anybody else? No. Dog? Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, I
Is
had this.
before you go further, is there a song that you can point out from DMX that you just it
And
just took you?
shoot, he was my first song ever. I think I heard of DMX was the Rough Riders anthem. Stop, drop, shut them down, of it up, shop. Oh, no, that's a Rough Riders road. So that was one of my first songs. But then he had a song. He was a remix. It was a remix. He was featured on there. It was called 24 Hours to Live with him, Mace, JD Kidd, Styles P, and they just going in. They going in. The whole song from start to finish. I get going, man. I'll start sweating. Because you got to perform it. You can't just say the lyrics. You got to perform. So the 24 Hours to Live was one. Uh, the DMX Slipping, I'm Falling. Him, the song to his grandmother was dope. Like I'm one of those, like music is therapy to me. So like that right there touched my soul. I used to own a music studio and whatnot, so I had all type of artists coming through. I'm giving input. I'm not the artist, but I can be an artist if I need to be. But at this moment, I'm just chilling. But um, I just seen how music just make me feel. It can be from country, gospel, it don't matter. The
Hmm.
in the real like a series of events of what you come in with your tempo and your sound and tone, you went through that. So it don't gotta make sense for me to like it.
That's right.
You feel me? It's gonna touch me because I know you being authentic and genuine.
Hmm.
You feel me? So that's where I'm at with the music. But also my first official, because I was a bootleg line wire type of brother. Oh, you feel me? I was on there bootlegging, but the one I actually purchased myself was Nelly's Country Grammar.
Mm.
That was hot when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So give me something, one of the songs off of Nelly's Country Grammar. Cause that was hot.
Batter Up.
Everybody was talking like him.
I
That
thought it was Murphy Lee. So he had his partners on there.
yes.
So he introduced the partners on the album. So that's what made me like, I'm saying? So yeah, Nelly was cold. You feel me? He was a foundation for sure. But once we got to dive in, it was other artists. You feel me? Like Air Force One, Batter Up. He had a song with Brian McKnight on there, and it wasn't Nelly on the track though, but it was on his. It was one of his artists on the track. It was him and Brian McKnight. It was like tonight, and I wanna get it on tonight, cause you're looking so fine, and he's go in. Now I was like, damn, that's it. You know, because deep down, you feel me? Most guys, that's kind of like, you feel me, outside in the streets or whatnot. When you listen to them, what they listen to music wise, they listen to smooth stuff.
Hmm.
You saw I got a sweet appreciation for old school music, sweet appreciation for love songs and blah blah blah. Especially coming from a guy, you feel me, that you people are kind of intimidated by or feared, and then you hear what he listening to, you like, bro, you got a sweet spot.
Yes.
It's a softie. I found it. They don't. No one else gonna peep up on that. But his lady know.
Yes.
She know because she get to cuddle with him.
Hmm.
You feel me? She know a different side that the world don't see.
As it should be.
You feel me? As it should be. But
Hmm.
that just shows you like, damn, I thought she was one dimensional the whole time. Nah, brother, you more diverse than I thought. They say the most best businessmen come from the street.
Hmm. I do believe that just because if you could deal in the streets, you could deal with anything else. Because the reality is, at the top is the streets too. It's just a different kind of streets.
The corporate street.
That part,
Right?
okay?
Them cats is just as lit. They doing this. You selling to them. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to operate with them, Then the day-to-day folks, everybody got mental error and trauma. I don't care who you is. If you walking around thinking you don't, you lying to yourself and the world. And we
Mm-hmm.
can see right through you.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I'm like, dang, he dealing with all type of people. Bipolar, schizo, blah, 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 still doing transactions.
Yeah.
How you can still transaction and be customer service on 10,000?
I think when you are covered and because if you're going out in this world, you're going to entertain, or let me use the right word, you're going to encounter all these different things. Are you covered? Are you protected?
Yeah,
Do you give yourself covering before you go out? Do you talk to God and say, listen, I'm getting ready to go out here. I may, come across this. I need protections and guidance. And then when you are covered, you can operate at the highest frequency with no problems. I truly believe that.
I believe it too.
Now, will you get a little stung or a little pinched? Like, for example, how you got stung, it didn't stop you from what you were doing. You use it as a lesson, but you kept going, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't stop you, correct?
No, it actually encouraged me to go do it. Like,
So
yeah.
there you go. You're covered. You just have to operate in that frequency. And we cannot forget that we have to have a covering. I don't care how cool, what's going on, before you leave up out of your house, because that should be your safe place. You should be asking for covering and knowing that when you go out, you're protected, period. And this is
Mm-hmm.
just my perspective.
I feel you on that. I'm agreeing with that. I got the Palo Santo to say, hey man,
Okay. Okay.
make it spit, you know what I'm saying?
You are a best, Tarrell. You're a best. So let me ask you, you mentioned one. You said you had another one from your childhood. Oh, you did. You mentioned
I did
DMX
DMX.
and
I did, yeah.
you did the two.
I mean, I got others too, but those are ones like if I had to go purchase myself, the first couple ones that I remember purchasing, because I used to, money wasn't how easy access how it is more today. Back then, we valued it more and had to go earn it more. So
Yes.
to go even get that 10.99 whatever it was, it probably was a little more 13.99 at Tarrell,
Mm-hmm.
like that. I used to be window shopping. Why do I hate window shopping today? Because I knew how I felt when I had to do it when I had no money.
Mm.
Feel me? I don't like feeling like that. I don't like eating certain foods because it make me feel a certain way. Like, man, hold on. Now I ain't in the best situation, but I definitely ain't close to that situation. You feel me? So that's really where I was at. Where it's like, okay, cool, but yeah, the music, yeah, music is my thing. That's my thing.
It's my thing too, and that music is the great connector. Far as I'm concerned, I may not know you, you may not know me, but we can both vibe on a song. So
Most definitely.
anyway, let's go and talk about you being a photographer. We talked about a little bit about film directing. We talked about screenwriting. Let's talk about photography and what was the impetus for you even to pick up a camera. I know it seems to be all connected, but give
Mhm.
me the background on that.
So me, my background with the photography, let's unravel this. So my upbringing, I was a little. They labeled me as wild. So I used the camera as like what kids carry blankets, teddy bears, blah blah blah. The camera was my version of that.
Mm,
So I never wanted to. My whole existence of picking up the camera never was to go be with the people.
mm,
I want to do some Nat Geo, Animal Planet, go to a safari off the grid. Let me get in the deep dive ocean and them thousands of miles away from y'all. You feel? I need to try a little something different. Not a problem. It just was my coping. Like, man, they don't understand me. I'm the animals. I'm Doctor Doolittle. I'm Caesar Milan, man. I know that's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more in tune with animals than I am people. You know what I'm saying? But it's a gift and a curse, you know what I'm saying? Because now I built up yes, it's the gift part of it is like, yeah, I'm cool solo dolo by myself. But then sometimes you gotta be able to go and be social. You gotta be out and be outside. So then I started doing so people started my OG partner out in Atlanta. He seen me just taking pictures or whatnot. Woo, woo, woo. He hit me up one day and was like, "Hey, can you pull up to my studio?" It was him and his wife studio at the time. It's his ex-wife now, but at the time it was his wife. And I didn't know nothing about the camera. For real, for real. Like if I look at my work back then, I'm like, boy, you trash.
No, you just gotta say it
Hey,
was a learning step.
no, it was a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? No. But I just comparing all that. But and I'm glad he's still rocking with me though. You feel me? So he like, bro, he the one that got me filming. I was doing pictures. So I'm taking a picture, boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna send you something too, so you can kind of see.
Please.
Um, and then so I'm taking the pictures. Woo woo. He kind of give me a quick little tutorial grade, like the video is the same as pictures. I'd rather take video than pictures any day. Now me being nervous and shy, he said video. Oh no! And he trying to explain it. That's the same thing because it is the same thing. It's
Mm,
no different from music and anything else. They just changed the title, the name, photography, film, but they still capturing at the end of the day the big picture. Your
mm,
angle still got to be the same, and no matter what you're talking about.
mm.
So he broke it down so smooth. Man, I got addicted to this. Hey, man, I'm like, damn. But and then like my first official gig that I had to shoot a music video, and it was for somebody that was really popular in Atlanta and around the southern area. He's a southern staple. I don't know if you know the name Drummer Boy, but
Yes.
he's a big producer. And this project that he dropped me off the film because he double booked on purpose. He finessed me in a good way. He said, "You ain't gonna jump off the porch yourself. I'm gonna do it for you." So not a problem. So Drummer Boy there, Trans Lead, Chubby Baby, rest in peace. You feel me? Um, who else? Young Butter, somebody else. But they was all the up and coming like battle rappers and underground rappers. Everybody in that environment, they know. But I'm from California. I don't know these. Hey man, but it's cool, not a problem. But over time, I got to understand why everybody is OE over around me. And it's my first music video. It's for NBA All Star Weekend.
Were you nervous as hell?
I didn't know none of it. My boy just dropped me off and was like, "I'll be right back," and then called me like, "Yeah, man, I forgot I double booked." He planned this. He ain't gonna admit this. Come on now, come on,
But
real.
he pushed you out there and made you swim.
You're right. He made me swim. He threw me in the deep end. Cause come on, somebody throw you in the deep end. The School of Hard Knocks on some with the big dogs. It's my first time with a camera, man. Hold on, yeah, and left and
Okay.
trusted my young to do this shit.
Wow. But
Let me tell you.
let me say this. I've been put in situations like that, and then later on, the person said, I knew it was in you. If I didn't push you, you would have still been baby stepping on it. So
Facts.
sometimes that's what it is.
No, facts, facts, facts. So that was one of the things. And then I grew up, my mom, so she got a company called Go To Studios at the time. Now, Go To Studios is like now when you show mama, you're not really looking at it the same way that the world see it. But man, now me looking back, and I'm like, whoa, mom, now today we talk every day, whoop de whoop. And I'm bringing this up. Man, I learned this from you, and this, and this. Without you, because she couldn't explain what she was teaching me. She just saying, I'm a young black on the rise woman with a company that I got the military bowing down to me. We did Chris Tucker, Tommy Davidson, concerts for the military, for the deployees that's been getting deployed.
Wow.
All of it. I didn't know my mom, they greet my mama like and she is worthy of these things. But
Absolutely.
I mean, I didn't know she was the one making the calls and the shots. Most people are like, yeah, my team did that, my manager did. No, my mama is cutthroat with the ism. You feel me? So she got the army to bow down to her, right? That was crazy, but I
That's
didn't even.
big.
I didn't still. I'm like, I still ain't recognize what's going on. Then she got all the aviation companies. Um, she doing the aerial views for a lot of these products. Amazing Race, Blase Blah, Survivor, bunch of stuff.
Really?
And my mama code. I didn't look at my mama resume. I just think it's me going to work with my mama. You feel me? She just like, bring your camera, boy. You feel me? She ain't playing nothing. And at the time I'm in college, so I'm doing the wild college thing, visuals, and now I look back at it, I'm like, damn, I see what she's talking
Mm-hmm.
about. Oh, so I was more interested in, man, I ain't trying to shoot this corporate or this and that. Now, when I tell you who was there, because I'm not gifted on that type of time, they cooler than the cats I'm running to go rush to go check catch the bus for, and they cashing out. I'm leaving that to go do some for free. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mom, I just want to be here. I want to be with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that right there was like so dope that I kind of realized like, damn, when I go back in my Rolodex, man, I learned from the coolest and the coldest. She had, man, she was getting down. So we was traveling the world, doing a bunch of stuff around the cool projects that people love today, like the Moesha show, Steve Harvey show, stuff like that. Stuff that we
Wow.
grew up that people, our culture recognize and represent
Absolutely.
and respect. My mama has input in that. So she got input in the other side, the corporate or the other side that ain't our culture. You feel me? She got mad respect worldwide on that type of time. But I didn't know at that time. You feel me? She was like, not gonna say the first to ever do it, but for me to see it, it was like the first. He's like, damn,
Yeah.
you was the internet before the internet. Or
Hmm.
social media before social media. You feel me?
Because she
She
was the
intelligent,
connect and
captured.
the plug.
She knew how to, she said, capture them pictures, capture the moment. It ain't about cheese. You gotta capture the environment. It's gonna tell a story and whoop de whoop. So she not explaining that, but she kind of trying to explain.
Mm-hmm.
So, and me not going to school for photography and film properly at that time. I did go a little later, but at the time when she was telling me this, it didn't make sense.
So let me ask you this question. Even
Uh-huh.
though you didn't go into later, what is your biggest takeaway? Is it what you learned on your own, your experience, or what you learned in school, the verbal, the book part of it?
I don't want to disrespect school, but I think for me, man, I thought the teacher was hating on me. So that's why I stopped going. I'm getting A's, but he got 1,000 red marks, and everyone is me being a raw natural talent. I didn't understand when someone critiques and say, "Well, let's tighten you up so you can really be who you like." Well, they see you that, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't know you to really know how to do it.
Mm.
But he didn't explain it that way, and if he did, he,
It'd have been different outcome.
you feel me? Different. I would have stayed. You feel me? Because I
Yeah.
thought he was just hating on me because he never said nothing nice, even though he gave me an A.
Mm.
Feel me? He never said anything good I did. He pointed out everything wrong, and that was
Mm.
it. But when he talked about everybody else, I was the only black kid too. You feel me?
Mm.
So kids already, like my whole upbringing, school never been my thing. Never been my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to college, I had to pay out of pocket. I said, my black butt gonna sit in the front. I'm gonna put these glasses on finally. I'm gonna shut up and stop being the class clown. And I'm gonna understand what's going on. So now I'm taking it serious. And he talking to me like, oh, man, I expect someone to talk to. This is how I'm just feeling internally. I never voiced my opinion. But how I'm
Yes.
feeling internally, I'm like, man,
Well, I'm glad you being honest with me and telling me all of this.
you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But um, so when he would give me my critiques or grades, it just sounded like he was like at me. I'm like, man, I could stay at home if I want somebody to talk to me. I don't gotta pay for this.
Well,
So then, go ahead.
let me, if I can say this, it has been a history proven over and over again that educators see gifts in individuals and they have subtly, in some kind of way, tore them down or not giving them the tools they really need. Because a real teacher can see the gift and pull an individual to the side and say, hey, you're getting A's, but let me tell you something. I see blah, 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 this.
Right.
And a real teacher will execute that because they want to see you grow. Now, again, I'm not there. I'm just saying that it is a
Right.
history. You go back to Malcolm X, he talked about what he wanted to be, and the teacher said, oh, they would never let someone like you do that.
Man.
So that behavior has been written in the code of teaching us. Not all, because I've
Yeah.
had some great teachers of many
I love
different,
some of my teachers for sure. I get you on that. Yeah. I wish there was more of them out there.
but you do have some that are with the agenda to put a seed or drop a seed of discouragement, and get you off your road of greatness. Now, at the end of the day, if we let it grow, then it produce something that's not good. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're able to look at it as, yeah, I did have a gift. It may be if he would have did it this way, but at the end of the day, look at it like this. You are where you are and look where
Mm-hmm.
you're at now. And look at the lessons that you can talk about that you learn out of it.
Yeah. I literally just so the school that I was at the time, I talked to my the other day. I found him on Instagram on accident. He was in the comments section. I'm like, dude, do you remember me? Now it wasn't that teacher, but he was a teacher. The dude that I'm talking about was like the head dude at the school, black dude, right? He's a photographer
Mm.
and he's dope. I told him, I remember you, bro. I'll start damn near teared up a little bit because I said, bro, you taught me how to use my camera properly at this event. And I sent him the picture. He said, damn, I remember that. And we got to chopping it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And we keeping up. You feel me? But it's a couple months ago. So it was just random. I was like, dang. So
That
we
was meant to be. That's not random. That was meant to be to encourage him and to encourage you that y'all both needed to help each other.
man. And so my thing, I'm glad you said that. So my thing was when I see them on the comment section, boom, I jumped in there and I said it all in the comment section. I ain't doing a DM. I gave my praise on the comment section. I
As you
said, bro,
should.
I remember you, bro. You taught me how to use my camera. Well, because I was at this event, I was hired by the school because I was a school. I was part of SGA, Student Government Association, and the chess club, some other things. But they had me as the head media photographer in the school newspaper. I was the photographer journalist for the school newspaper. So my name kind of got buzzed because when I got the gig, there's a little backstory, but it's gonna speed up to match why it matters. So I did a photo shoot. Now you know that all the athletes they do that kind of like that naked photo shoot, and they like the boxing, they naked, but they got the boxing gloves. The basketball, they covered up, but they naked. You know what I'm saying? So I did
Yes.
something like that, inspired because I was a student athlete and I was part of Woo Woo. I had a nice body. I got stripped down, boom, and put the school newspaper in front of me because nobody
Oh.
would read that shit. I mean, stuff or any information. It wasn't on that, and they would never had a cool swag brother come with some energy to come do something like that. So me, I just surprised everybody. Now everybody and mama start picking this newspaper up.
Mm.
You
That part.
feel me? Now, if for the wrong reasons or not, they picked it up. You feel me? But they wasn't picking it up before. So boom, I did that. It got me buzzed around the school even more. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm in other schools. They talking about it. Whoop, 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 and neighboring schools or whatever. So they hired me to do this bowling. It was like I forget the theme of it, but it was at the bowling alley for the school, and it was basically like I ain't gonna say like a senior night, but it was something like where they was doing something cool. And so I'm taking the pictures. Now this is my first time using a flash with a flash on top of the camera. I don't know settings, none of this.
Mm.
So me going to the event, I'm a little cocky a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little cocky a little bit. I was like, nigga, you don't need to see my playbacks. You know what I'm saying? I
You said
was
that to the teacher?
I'm saying this to anybody.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he was one of them though.
Yeah,
Not
you
the
was real cocky.
I was cocky. I was cocky because everybody was praising me. So I kind of took it in and was like, yeah, I'm a student athlete, blah blah blah. It is what it is. Young, wild, and
Yeah.
So at that time, so when say he asked me for a picture, I took the picture. Um, Now I've been at this event like probably like an hour, maybe 2 hours. It's probably like on his last hour now.
Mm-hmm.
All them pictures from that before he said something, cocky
Mm.
for no reason. Okay,
Mm.
let's start there. Cocky for no reason, because I already knew they would suck. I said I'm banking on edits. So to this day, I tell all my mentees, anybody that asks me a question, are you looking at that screen for real?
Mm.
Are you looking? Before you click that button, was you looking? Because it would have told you. Like when we jumped on this call, center that picture up. You looking.
Yes.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
you a photographer too now. You're a director too now. You know what I mean? And I don't even use the term photographer, director, none of that. I say I'm a therapist.
Ooh, come on, talk to me. Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I say that is because I got to control the room and the energy. Everybody nervous of that camera. I don't care who you is.
That's true.
The first 10 minutes is gonna feel a little awkward. That's why
Mm-hmm.
they prep show and they do this and this and that. You don't know that because they don't show that side when they tow it on TV. That's what they was doing in the green room. That's what they was doing before. They was there 4 hours early.
That's
Okay.
right.
So all of that. But if you never been, you don't know. They think it's supposed to come. As soon as I hit record and I hit stop, that's the episode. No, you know you're gonna chop and make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that. So to put them on that game, I say, bro, I had to tell my little homie this the other day. When you're looking at the camera, make sure you're taking quality shots because you're gonna be looking. But also be mindful of what you're saying in the background while you filming. Right?
Mm.
Because if you guess what? When I started off, they didn't have let's go home and edit and do this. They say give me the memory card. And you will never see that footage unless they post it in the media or whatever. Right? So you just gave a memory card and you clowning,
Mm-hmm.
boop boop, angles ain't there, all of that. So you better make sure you look tight when you turn it in.
Yes.
So that's what I'm big on. So a lot of shooters and content creators or whatever, they all come with a agenda. I say, bro, how many clients are calling you back?
That part.
And if you got the answer, I'm going with your vision. But if they not, there's a reason why you asking for help.
There you go.
So for me, you asking for help, I'm showing you the way. It's little minor details. People in relationships or business or whatever, it ain't the big fight that messes up the deal.
Mm-hmm.
What is when they get mad, they bringing up little things. So you might want to tighten your little game up
It's true.
and stop worrying about the big picture. The little stuff add up to the big picture. That's the iceberg. You feel me? You feel me? So all of that. So when I say the therapy and the therapist, this is what I'm saying. I'm controlling all that because that's they. At the end of the day, they want to picture a perfect image.
Yeah.
Even if you know what I'm saying, they want to feel like their natural self was captured and all of that. So how you gonna do that? I gotta control the energy of the room, calm them down, whoop whoop, and not saying I'm not coming here saying I'm a therapist. I'm not coming
No, no, no. I get what you're saying. You're
here.
setting the frequency
Right.
for things to flow properly. And we
Mm-hmm.
know if you're taking a picture and somebody in the background is over there fighting, or that's distracting the client.
Right.
So everything you're saying is definitely valid. But if somebody is new to the game, they may not have thought about that.
Right. Not for sure. So this cat's 20, 30 years in the business. They even called me the other day and said something. Gave me a game plan. I said, I don't mind following your game plan. I did your game plan. Then I said, can I do my way too? Just so we can put it side by side.
And what he say?
And he called me in zero point 0.3 seconds and said, yeah, stick to what you do.
There you go. Now that's mad respect. That's mad respect. Now let me say this. Now back then you was cocky about it. Now when you get the compliments, do you just take it as an internal gain and you don't be cocky about it?
I just now started thinking I was tight because I never really sat there and looked at my work. So when I
Mm,
said the mom story and my boy story, I never even looked at it.
mm,
That was the kid or the nervousness or the shyness. Like, I don't want to hear no feedback. I just want to turn it in. That's it.
mm.
No, I don't live like that no more.
That's
So,
good.
so for me, I want to look at the feedback. I want to hear what you got to say because at the end of the day, it's your product. I'm just capturing it.
Yeah.
So you got
That's
to take.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel like that's called growth. And you have moved to the next level to understand that you're really trying to capture what you need for your client, and you're okay to give feedback to say, hey, can you tweak this a little? Can you do this a little? So I think that's growth. And I think that's wonderful that you even sharing it. Again, remember the invisible pew. You're helping someone now or later just with your story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Just
Hey
with
man,
your story.
got a lot. We can talk for 10 years.
Yes, yes.
So,
Well, I'm gonna have you on again, but before we're gonna just talk about music one more time. You know, that's my love. Or did you
yeah.
have some more you wanted to say about photography?
Just maybe a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
I've been unconventional with the methods of just being outside and being booked around certain clients, this and that. Um, with me, I've been London, Paris, Greece, all over Mexico, all over the U.S., blah, 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 with different clients, different businesses, concerts, sporting teams, doing documentaries, films, photo shoots, the whole nine. And people think like, oh man, you planned for this. I didn't plan none of this.
Mm,
It's just been the grace of me being grounded. It's been
mm.
me being open to trying new things. It's been open for the receiving the energies and the connections. But a lot of people have referred me to client after client after different ones, and then one that client like, man, I gotta keep them to myself. I can't be selfish. Let me. My friend need a wedding. Can you do that? Can you do my son music video? So now they keep me. Now I'm they cousin or they nephew or something like that. I'm a part of their family or their structure. Or their DNA of what they got going on. They like, man, you was a pivotal part.
I love that you said that because I feel like, and I'm just going to be honest with my podcast, I get to capture some really great conversations, not just surrounding music, surrounding life, which is music. And the reason why I say that, one of my recent interviews on my third season, the beginning of my third season, passed away. And I remember during the interview, I'm saying that, this conversation that she brought up, that she was like, I don't remember telling anyone else about this particular thing. I said, that can be something that your grandkids or great grandkids can look at. And now she's passed on. Now that piece can be, of course, she had social media platforms, whatever, but just to real intimate conversations or real intimate pictures or real intimate interviews, those things
Mm-hmm.
last forever. And I want someone to see my great grandchildren, great 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 grandchildren, what I was doing. You're doing the same thing. You're capturing people essence of what they were doing at that particular time, good,
Mm-hmm.
bad, or indifference. And now think about, I don't know if you think about this, but when I see pictures from the 1700s or the 30s or whatever, I'm like, wow, it gives me a perspective. You're
Mm-hmm.
giving someone for the future perspective. So,
No, for sure, definitely. And I'm big on that now. At the time, I didn't understand it, but like now, even like when we was doing the animation, the series, that's my wife. I made sure we doing a documentary to go with it. So I made sure we documented it. We interviewed everybody um, while we were on set and off set. So I had a
right.
confessional room. So one of the rooms at on set, we had it just for confessionals.
Mm,
I don't know what y'all saying in there. You feel me?
mm.
Then I got to the one where we gonna do the sit down and we talking. And everybody got a different perspective and a different take. But mixing that all up, you get to see the different vibes. Okay, it's just it's capturing it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we can explain it, we might mis-explain it, or we might be saying we might be so excited that it'd be like, man, that's too good to be true. Nah, you can see. Go look it up. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Even like the neighborhood I grew up in, not every day, but my grandma house. Most people, they represent their grandma house. You feel me? So
absolutely.
my grandma house on my dad's side, she was a neighborhood lady. You know what I'm saying? She only 4 feet. No, she probably not 4 feet, but
And you
she's
better
short.
not mess with her.
Man, listen, nobody would. Nobody would. Nobody. Like literally. But it was in a neighborhood where it's like everybody get picked on. Everybody, you feel me? So for y'all to respect this lady so much, that's crazy. Then, so when I was developing the show, I didn't know. I was not thinking nothing realism. Like I was gonna make up some spacers. I don't know what I was gonna come up with, but it wasn't this. I said, you know what? I can vividly explain my grandma's house, neighborhood with smell, everything. I know that was
Mm,
my hand. So this is gonna make this show even more resonate. You feel me? Who from LA got a cartoon, right? And most people from this area, they got a different view on what entertainment is.
Mm-hmm.
So that neighborhood is already popping.
Yeah.
Nipsey, Corrupt, all the cat, you feel me? Everybody grew up in Slauson and Crenshaw. But y'all ain't seen it this way.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'm just showing y'all a different side of, yeah, we fun, we vibe, we could clown. It ain't all about, you know what I'm saying, the gangster rah-rah. It ain't all about that. Sometimes it's just young. So it's me and my cousin. Now everyone think the show is me and my cousin, but it is kind of me and my cousin. You feel me? I'm the smoother one, more level-headed. He the more wild one. You feel me? But we starting a business. Well, we took over our late in the show. We took over our late, his late dad's carpet cleaning business.
Mm.
It's their first time ever in charge of even running a business. So you get to see that type of entrepreneur spirit. You get to see them trying to keep up, his friend doing wildness, but it's his best friend, so he let him get away with it. You feel me? He's stealing on the little stuff, but we all did little stuff, so it's gonna be relatable that way. But also, it's like, dang, I can really look that address up.
That part.
You feel me? So yeah, I think that's something dope about what I got going on.
Yeah. You get to capture people life right there, right then and there in that moment. Whether you're reinterpreting it or you're interviewing them or you're taking a picture. And you got to think about this. You are the key for the future. Anybody that's creating and creating in that moment, they're the key for the future. So I'm not going to hold you. I do have two more questions. One, let's talk about music. Let's talk about a particular time that you sung a particular song. And I mean, you were singing it, kept singing it, and you like, yes. And then one day you go, wait 1 minute. I've been singing that song, and then I realized what it's all about.
Nobody's supposed to be here. I didn't plan.
No, you're not.
Let me see. You feel me? I want to make you have a decision. You feel me? You got input in this too. You feel me? And that's the way I took with the directing, the photography, whoop, whoop, the feed. This is why I'm asking for feedback, because it ain't just what I say and what I click. You feel me?
Mhm.
I want you to want to love it too, and I want you to be like, man, he don't. I only want him to take my pictures. I only want him to capture me because he understands it ain't just what he thinks is cool.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. And I take that to relationships, business, family, friends, whatever. You feel me?
yeah.
And give them the opportunity to have a choice.
And that's the thing I always say on this platform. When you don't have the full options, you cannot make a clear choice. So give them the option so they can make a choice.
We got a treat. And it's crazy. So my mom makes us sing this song every year as a kid. I mean, even to this day. Silent Night by the Temptations.
I love that
I love
song.
that shit, man. I love
Me
that shit.
too. Ooh.
As a kid, I hated it. I mean, I ain't gonna say I hated it. That's a strong word. I was embarrassed because she made us sit up in front of the family every year. I'm, I'm the shy guy in the family.
I can't believe that, but okay.
That's what they say, man. So they don't believe me. I'm like, man, I'm shy. I'm gonna turn red. I'm gonna start. Now I'm gonna sing that song though. So when it come on, I gotta hit the high notes. I gotta hit my. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna hit it too.
So
But I'm shy.
do you do the mm, mm,
Oh man, me, my brother, and my sister. So probably like, so let me see, the first year COVID or the year before COVID. Actually, COVID hit like February, March, or something like that. And that Christmas, we just sang it. Um, I was at my granddad's house in Summerlin before he passed away. Rest in peace, boy. That's my dad
Oh,
too.
okay, you got to say his full name. That's one of my things on this podcast to honor him. Say his full name.
Arvin Mayo Potts, my
Okay,
dad.
you lift him up.
hmm So he was like, "Damn, son, I see you." I finally sang it the way Like I always sang it, but without the nerves, whoop de whoop. Just got up there and was like, "Let's go."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we own it. And then that year too, it was his what 76th birthday, maybe 77.
Oh.
Please forgive me, but he went to the Motown experience out here in Vegas.
Mm.
I had my homies pull up. We in this thing.
Oh.
My granddad didn't sit down none. He thinks in his mind that, that he's a Motown artist. So he got the Fro Town, everything. You feel me? He's ready.
That's good.
You feel me? So just the appreciation of that type of music and sound and that it was like it just bringing back kid memories of childhood in me. So I used to be embarrassed by it as a kid, but now I'm like, man, I'm kind of missed. Now everybody like, they didn't crossed over.
Yes. Yes.
He ain't performing like we, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I saw Smokey last year, and Smokey was, I mean, I was all in like I was at a current concert. Smokey had us
Really?
going. He was dancing. He got down on the knees, and I was like, all right, Smokey. So I'm just saying, and I got invited to that, and I was impressed. Okay?
Yeah.
I
Oh, he
was
still was hitting them notes and everything.
hitting them notes and getting down and
Yeah.
doing all, I was like, wait a minute. And Smokey, if I'm not mistaken, in his 80s. So
Right.
when you got it, you got it.
You got it. Okay.
Just
Okay.
don't let it go.
Don't let it go. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take that. I ain't gonna let it go.
Yeah, there you go. Put it in your pocket and keep it there. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Indeed.
So I
Um.
have, oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Was
No.
it
No.
some?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've had such a wonderful time talking to you. Actually, the perspectives that you're sharing, I really believe is going to help so many people. Just so many situations where people get to sit back and look at it from a male perspective and go, wow, I didn't think about that, or I should pay more attention to that. Whatever the case may be, it's still going to bless them.
Mm-hmm.
Due to time, we are going to transition out. But before we transition out, I do want you to give all your connection, all your social media information. So if anybody wants to get in contact with you, whether it's phone numbers, whether it's website, or just social media handles, please provide.
Let's get it. So my name is Tarrell DeLoach. Everybody call me Cino. The Cino stands for clock in, not out. So if you're passionate about something, you're gonna clock into it. You're never gonna clock out of it. You feel me? So my birthday is August 20th. That's my clock in date. I'm gonna change the perspective of what that means. They say it was the first day of slavery, but in my mind, we changing the narrative. But it's cool. Ain't no thing. But everybody else got their own clock in date and what that date means to them and what it really means to the world. You feel me? So for you to download and get that, that's where that comes from. But my handles are on Instagram, the one Tarrell, that's at one Tarrell. If you want to follow me personally, if you want to follow the business page, you can go to Clocked In TV on Instagram, Clocked In TV on Facebook, Clocked In TV on YouTube, Twitter. And if you want, that's on the sports side. If you want to do the film side, go to Cino Productions at CINO Productions. The website, CinoProductionsLV.com. Let me see. CinoProductions.com, at Cino Productions on anything, everything. Let me see. You want a phone number too? Social security number?
Listen, what? Not Social Security, but if you want to give a phone number, I'm pretty sure people will be happy.
Oh yeah, man, I own bike. So yeah, tap in, tune in. The Wild Card Wednesdays. Tap into me outside of the Wednesdays too. 323-770-5450. Come on, man. I'm based in Vegas, but shoot, I'm worldwide with it. Passport ready. Let's go. Let's go. I love to travel. I love food. So yeah, let's get it.
Well, I love that. I love that. But before we get out of here, I do have one last music question.
Yeah.
Um, this season is about discovering you, discovering who you are. Because I always say on my platform, if you don't know who you are, then you get led around by your nose. But once you do, you have your boundaries, as we talked about. When something's not right, you address it. All those things. That's why you have to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Can you identify a song that you have discovered that really resonates with you that you can dedicate to the world?
I would dedicate a couple songs, but there's a plenty of songs that I'm inspired by, motivated, get me out of funk, all that. So I would say Nipsey Hussle, the late great Nipsey Hussle, Status Symbol, the original. When I moved to Vegas, I was depressed. Now, I didn't know that what that really meant for real. But I was isolated and, in my feelings, blah, 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 going through life experiences, and I really didn't know what was going on. So I didn't have no game plan. I was just winging it. But when I moved to Vegas, every day, all day, I played that song on repeat. No different than I played the 12. My mama played that song. See, I'm playing. This is what I'm playing. I'm not playing that. That was on repeat. I got plenty of videos. When I was on the bus, walking, whatever. That's in the background playing. You feel me? So that was my song to get me through the day and discover like, hey man, I still am him. I am. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what was we tripping over? Today
Yes,
gonna be a good day. The sun out, I'm breathing. What's up, man? We got another opportunity to make it happen.
that's right. That
So
is,
that song right there, I would say. So Nipsey Hussle, Status Symbol, the original. All of them is tight though, but the original is where it resonated. Like ooh wee. Then it's an artist by the name of Buddy. Now Buddy is from Compton. I believe from Compton. He's Nipsey's partner too, but he's not that type of artist where we think, like Nipsey's the L.A. or Compton rappers. You feel me? He don't have that type of swag. He's more
mm,
a backpack rapper type of guy. You feel me? So his music, he got a song called "Hey Up There." Hey up there, I'm on my way up. Tell the radios to play us. Blame it on the way I grew up. He get the going in. Now I'm in Greece listening to this. This the soundtrack. I'll bring this sound to Greece, and I'm listening to it while I'm down there the whole time. I was listening to it before, but he's an artist that most people don't know. He's that
yes.
guy, like, and then the reason why he go by Buddy is because everybody say, "Hey, that's Buddy." You know what I'm saying? Not Buddy as in Buddy, but like, hey, that's that Buddy. That's that dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the guy with the camera. That's the guy with the film. That's the guy with the hair. You know what I'm saying? That's how they identified him as Buddy. So he said, "That's my name."
Wow.
But he come from the school, performing arts school, I think in Long Beach. Wendy Raquel
Yes.
Williams from
Mm-hmm.
Steve Harvey
Mm-hmm.
gang.
Yes.
Okay, so she got a performing arts school, and a lot of kids come from. I didn't know, so when
Wow.
he told his story, and I was listening. I said, oh, "Man, that's tight." I didn't even know she had a school, but
I
she had
did.
plenty of people came from her program though.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was dope. I got to discover that. But yeah, if you listen to that, Buddy, Hey Up There, Nipsey, Status Symbol, and I'm gonna say last one would be hmm, either Larry June, Black Man, or Feel Me.
Okay.
And he's on his own vibe too. He's I went to college with him too. It's crazy. Well, we wasn't like cool buddy in college, but we was in class together.
Really?
And he said who he was gonna be. He stood on business.
Oh,
Now he don't got the. He's not a flashy guy. He dressed in sweatpants all day, white t-shirt, hoodie. Something chill. The
yeah.
typical California get up. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's extravagant. He don't wear the chains and all that. Woo, woo, woo. But he talking about credit, green juice in the morning, running, hiking, that type of stuff. It inspires me to see the world even more. I already inspired by it because when I picked the camera, I said I want a Nat Geo and all this type of stuff. So I already kind of vibe with that already. It
Mhm.
resonates. Us being a Leo, I guess they say that resonates with animals. The king of the jungle.
Yes. Leo, lion.
You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, so he on his own wave and swag. He like raps on his own. Like it might be a beat, but he ain't rapping to that beat.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He gonna make you do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so definitely something. If you want to feel good about yourself, you want to identify, look in the mirror, anything like that is gonna get me going. You know what I'm saying? I think Nipsey represents that. Look in the mirror, it's within. You
Mm-hmm.
can't. I heard a quote. Uh, I heard a quote. I don't know who said it, so please forgive me. But it was like, "How you gonna service the world when you ain't service yourself?"
Hello. Hello. That's why I said know thyself first, and then you can navigate. There's too many people out here don't know who they are, and they get led by their nose. That
Mm-hmm.
part.
For real. So those, I would say, those artists represent what I got going on and who I would be if I could kick it with any of these cats. I'm only listening to cats I would kick it with. For real, for real. So he's talking about green juice or tea or whatever. I think I drink tea. I think I like hikes. I think I like. Oh, yo, natural aura would be cool to kick it with.
Yes.
Man. So I think Nipsey would be that. Buddy would be that. I think Larry Jones. There's a couple. Well, it's a lot of artists, but I think those for sure. They resonate with my natural, genuine. When you take the flaws off, you take everything off. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's who I am.
I love that. I felt like this has been a very interesting conversation. I love it. It's been very different than what I typically do, but I'm always good for going to the next level. And I thank you. I feel like this has set a new standard on that, even though we still talk about music, just the way you unravel how your life has came about, which is very unique, but us Leos are unique as well anyway. I'm just saying. from the
I
from the
agree
first
with you
time I
saying.
met you, from the first time I met you, I was like, okay, he unique. I don't know if you felt like that from
Oh yeah,
me.
for sure. I was just the energy, and I wanted to see it because like the interview is different than meeting out and about. You feel me? So I knew it was genuine. I was so excited when you reached back out and doubled down and said, "Hey, would you be available? I want to get to know you, brother."
Yes.
I said, "Hey, I'm glad you reminded me."
Oh, without a doubt. And I'm impressed because I said, do you remember me? And you was like, yeah, I definitely remember you.
I had a whole Rolodex, man. I'm like, woo, woo. But I'm not saying that because you're busy and I'm busy with you, so there's no excuse to that. I just didn't put it down on the books to be like, oh man, this is what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah. So I'm glad you reached back out. I'm glad I responded. I'm glad we got to get the dates together. Boom, and here we
yeah.
are. Just create a masterpiece. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Run these views up. I want y'all to get familiar with me and this young lady right here because we're gonna be outside way more than expected. And guess what? Y'all gonna love it. Y'all didn't know y'all needed it. Hey, come on now. Marry you. So don't be a stranger. Don't act like you don't know me for 30 years. Come on now. No disagreement or argument, it really matters. Come vibe with us. Give us another shot. And let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? Jump off the porch. If you one of them cats that, procrastinating, I'm a procrastinator myself. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm a procrastinator as an artist. I'm learning that too. You feel me? I'm in this journey still. So whatever you see online, I'm in the midst of my journey as well. So I might not do it right all the time, but guess what? I'm willing to try again, and I want you to try with me.
You guys, please put your hands together and thank my guest, Mr. Tarrell DeLoach. And I'll see you out here in these Las Vegas streets.
Oh yeah, and make sure y'all come to the parade. Yeah, I don't know if it's dropping before the parade, but come to the parade, especially our black folks.